fetch the black tree down from the attic, get a roast Mothman on, and set the devil a place at the table, because the dark season is upon us once more. We're beginning with 1976's The Amazing World of Psychic Phenomena, hosted by old Ironside himself, Raymond Burr. God, Raymond Burr, that would be a great name for a snowman. This era saw a real fad for documentaries about the supernatural hosted by big name actors, and Burr's investigating ESP. For a moment it seems like he's starting off with a rap.
We've heard of spirits walking, of ghosts talking.
Sir Captain Tom and Stephen Hawking. The angle is that psychic abilities aren't a load of old willy, but proper science by nerds in labs. Here's a parapsychologist doing the Peter Venkman test, hopefully with less sexual impropriety.
1.
Hey, you got all three that time.
This man has, under laboratory conditions, influenced the movement of dice.
By concentrating on the number, Jerry, with the power of his mind, can control the movement of the dice, make the number 7 come up. And a 9.
I'm ruined!
This is your classic 1970s paranormal set design. All phrenology heads and tarot cards. Incredible old tech. Incredible old names.
Researchers like Dr. Charles Tart are making continuous efforts to extend the study of psychic phenomena.
Dr. Tart's running a real Freddy Krueger experiment.
While a receiver sleeps in another room, monitored by electronic brainwave machines, a sender concentrates on a target picture, trying to infiltrate his thoughts into the receiver's dreams.
Alright, who keeps transmitting a giant Michael Barrymore stomping on my house every night? Bloody well stop it. In modern parlance, Burr and friends are strictly Team Believer, talking up stuff that, even at time of broadcast, had long been discredited. The Fox sisters, who faked tapping sounds at seances by cracking their toes under the table. Psychic photographer Ted Serios. They make a lot of big statements, all of which are very much citation needed.
Anthropologists report that people here are capable of transmitting and receiving thoughts telepathically, often across hundreds of miles. The experiments we have just seen, the scientists we have just heard, seemingly point to one conclusion, that telepathy does exist.
There's even a test we can do at home to see if we're psychic.
2 of these fish were dead at the time these pictures were taken. Can you perceive life in one of these still photographs? Or can you read my thoughts and pick the picture of the living fish?
Come on, don't be silly. Clearly dead. Ah, full of life. Look at that aura. Again, obviously dead.
The fish in the center was and is still alive.
Knew it. I am a psychic. In the year of our Lord 2025, Billy Pierce shall win strictly. An astral experiment in spying on Ironside.
He's going to try to will his other body, his astral body, to leave his physical body and to travel here, to see what I'm doing.
Hopefully not during one of the big man's toilet breaks.
I will have energy. I will have energy. I am energy.
Some of Raymond's finest ever acting here, as he seems to sense something.
Was Tom Paris here? Could he have been here? Let's find out.
Like much of this documentary, it's sold as happening in real time, but later Raymond will half mumble that what we saw was a reconstruction, though definitely happened exactly as shown. Best of these completely genuine recreations is that of a psychic helping a police investigation.
There's no way she could know that. Nobody knows that. That was never released.
Often this information will come while the psychic is sleeping.
Arnold, don't.
For this reason, her assistant always monitors her sleep.
Oh, please, Arnold, no.
Look how she gets stuck in when they track the killer down to an abandoned carousel. Go on, girl. 999 would have been much improved if Michael Burke had recreated psychic disasters.
The driver of the car was Mrs. Cynthia Ryder, Diana's mother, the person who had telepathically cried out for help.
When you definitely didn't burn down your son's house.
It was just like I dreamed in a dream. The house, I mean, it's gone. Burnt to the ground. Well, thank God my son and his family are safe.
In a 90-minute runtime, they cram in the lot. Astrology.
Those born mid-June to mid-July are under the sign of Cancer. They are sympathetic and changeable, like Ringo Starr.
It's gonna be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail.
A Czech lad in a trance trying to psychically taste what his mates are eating. And of course our old pal, bending spoons and moving a compass with his mind, not magnets. Don't even think that, because he'll read your thoughts and have you in the dock. Burr's constantly telling us everything's been proven. Ghosts, telekinesis, astral projection, reincarnation, all as real as gravity or Bill Tarmy. Casual affirmations which bring to mind the brilliant Osborne books.
Mozart's childhood musical genius is attributed to his having lived a former life as a musical artist.
There really is nothing supernatural, nor mysterious, nor occult about paranormal healing.
Acupuncture too sciencey for you?
There is also something called psychic acupuncture. She is doing what others do with needles, redirecting the electrical impulses that run through our body.
But they do serve up one of the more aesthetically pleasing televised seances. The fashions, the fuzzy picture, lovely stuff.
All mediums claim contacts in the other world. Reverend Vallis contacts a doctor.
I feel this is a man's vibration, Doctor. I still have my sense of humor.
Who's she possessed by? Vic Reeves? There's creepy old ghost photos, and everyone looks exactly like you want 70s parapsychologists to look. This bloke picked up some EVP on a beautiful old reel-to-reel after buying some of Sharon Tate's old clothes.
So I decided to hold a tape recording and session and try to contact Sharon and ask her whether or not these shirts were authentic.
Way more important than asking about the Manson family or what it's like in heaven.
Keep the shirt, the female voice said. For study purposes, he has re-recorded it several times.
You keep the shirt, mate. In one final investigation, a psychic accompanies Burr up a lighthouse to look for a ghost.
It was happening exactly about 2:30.
Ah, the spirit of a Chinese dentist. And we close with another grand statement.
We are indeed different beings than we thought we were. We are energy, made of the same stuff as the stars. We are energy, and we are forever.
The 70s were the golden age of paranormal television, so let's skip back a year to 75, when ghost hunting as a genre didn't exist. We're predating all the tropes. No spooky music, no orbs, no medium picking up on energy then getting possessed, and most noticeable of all, no green night vision, with nobody looking like a startled fox on a security camera. Our BBC documentary is simply called The Ghost Hunters by Hugh Burnett, who a couple of years later went on to make the brilliant Out of This World, as seen in the previous Fright bag. Paranormal investigators had proper names back then.
Some strange goings-on have been reported from a pub in Wiltshire, and the widely travelled ghost hunter, Mr. Benson Herbert, has come to investigate.
None of this I sense a presence shit for man of action Benson Herbert. Straight in there.
I suppose a mouse on the piano couldn't make
not footsteps across the
do you get mice in the much?
Benson's an innovator with his armoury of ghost hunting equipment. These days it's all EMF detectors and spirit boxes, but you never saw something like this on Most Haunted.
This is a negative iron pistol. If Vicky will come here, I'll just demonstrate. If you'd like to open your mouth, I'm going to fire negative ions into your mouth. Now I'm firing.
How many calories in a negative ion? He holds onto the gun for the rest of the scene in case a ghost jumps out, like Dirty Harry.
Down in Sussex lives another ghost hunter, Mr. Andrew Green.
Before Yvette Fielding, Green was Britain's most famous ghost hunter, and in a link with a previous video, got in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's only owner of a letter from a poltergeist, namely Danny Robbins' famous Battersea poltergeist, though it turned out to be written by the girl of the house, which must have really pissed off Roy Castle.
And hello, how are you?
Are you Mr. Green the ghost hunter?
Yes, I am. Everybody come in and sit down. See what you can... Squat down. What do you want to know, Phyllis?
We want to know if Stephen's house was haunted.
Not a smartphone in sight, just kids enjoying the moment.
I think it used to be haunted at one time by an old woman. You know the youth club?
Is it haunted?
That's haunted. And there's a water diviner. You know a water diviner goes around with a hazel twig to find water.
I think we're going to go back and watch Crackerjack now, mister.
So I said, all right, well, go around the cottage, see if you can find any bones. And he said, well, I've got to have a bone to work on, you see. But I'm thinking of bones and I've got to have a bone with me. So I happened to have dug up a cat's jawbone in the front garden. I gave this to him.
It's just a story. It's not like he's given them knives to play with or anything.
When I knocked this one down, I found that carving knife. And somebody, 2 or 3 people have told me that that was a murder weapon that killed somebody there.
Off to Hampstead, and a man who's devised a special camera trap for catching ghosts on film.
It's a piece of electronic equipment. I'll explain to you what happens. Look, I plug in here. Now that's plugging in a vibrator. And this is plugging in a wind vane. Now that would wake me up if I was asleep.
Is there something strange in the neighborhood?
But the cream of these things are the vintage Eyewitness reports.
Bunty has been here, I don't know how many years, but we've sensed her ever since we've been here, 11 years. She is no bigger than 5 foot. She's a dear little lady. She lifts lids off dustbins. She lifts lids off laundry bins. She takes the lids off saucepans to peep what's in there.
No, I'm not sure. Can we get a man's opinion on this?
Bernard,
Excuse me?
Bernard, you've definitely seen Bunty, haven't you?
Oh yes, I have, on the night of the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Big fan of husbands being called in to tell their stories.
Ken, come and tell them about the thing you saw the other night.
What? Well, there's only a bloke standing up.
You saw a man standing in your own house?
In my bedroom, I have a bed.
That's a ghost, dear. By the way, you're home early. This is Mrs. Bowles and Mr. Pratt all over again. When someone walks by me on the pavement...
And he was looking down. As he came up, we met at about this point. I got an impression of extreme melancholy as he passed me.
Bath Theatre Royal's got a little grey lady, and with the help of Velma off Scooby-Doo, they'll catch her in no time. When you take your trousers down at the doctor's.
In the name of God, can I help you?
Meeting with a rector, we finally get a clear distinction of the difference between ghosts and spirits.
A spirit can and does block out light, whereas a ghost is nebulous.
Thanks for clearing it up. There are lots of theories in this.
He believes that ghost sightings are telepathic contact with electromagnetic rays caused by emotional events of the past.
I don't honestly think that the figures that are seen represent an afterlife. I think it's much more likely that it's some kind of echo.
Back then, it seemed popular opinion was ghosts are just recordings and not anything conscious we could communicate with, which would destroy the modern ghost hunting scene. Our presenter's got a theory of his own.
Well, why shouldn't they have?
Because you wouldn't expect people in heaven to have clothes on.
Can't wait to be dead. I'm finally going to find out. Bet there'll be a bloody queue. Out of the way, June Whitfield.
I had quite a shock a few Sundays ago. I'd just finished consecrating at the communion service.
Couldn't you have held it in?
And as I genuflected after the consecration...
Absolute animal. Of course they'd tackle the big one. Along with Pluckley, Borley Rectory was where every Usborne reading kid dreamed of visiting, while also hoping its phantoms wouldn't ride the ley lines to stand at the feet of their beds.
One of the rectors even bricked up one of the windows because he said the phantom nun looked in at him having his breakfast.
Andrew Green's ears must have pricked up at this. They found a load of women's bones.
And it's rather interesting because a dental surgeon discovered that there was a deep-seated abscess in the jawbone, and nearly all the people who have reported seeing the nun have said that she appeared sad-faced.
So really we're talking about the ghost of a nun with toothache.
That's what it sounds like.
The grand finale is a series of tape recordings of noises in the church, which must have been pretty spooky to an audience unused to such things.
At about 4:10 in the morning, 3 of us kept watch on the choir stall adjacent to the altar. This was to be a memorable and frightening occasion. It's stripped this time, isn't it? It's stripped. Now, that was fantastic. On this occasion, the church produced yet another sound. This ended with a rather more frightening sigh.
Another stakeout produced perhaps the most convincing evidence ever captured on tape.
At about 3:20 in the morning, we picked up the sound of faint rapping.
I'm gonna make a takeover bid for you. I'm gonna shake you up and get rid of you. The time has come, the White House here. I'd like to say I'm sorry, but who's sincere?
The titular ghost hunters all had their methods and hypotheses. Nowadays they're all of one boring mind, everyone hoping a dark presence follows them home so they can do vlogs about the trauma. This modern form was born in the noughties, in the boom fueled by Most Haunted, which saw satellite channel Living TV filling its airtime with psychics and spectres, in shows like this. Living with the Dead was a series where psychics helped families cleanse their haunted homes, and they did a few celebrity episodes, Kim Tate off Emmerdale Farm, Toyah Wilcox, but most relevant to our wheelhouse, Beat the Crusher's Freddie Starr. In 2009, we find Freddie's career in the fallow period between Celebrity Fat Club and Operation U-Tree. It's not surprising he'd appear on here, as he's made contact multiple times since snuffing it, so even in death, we're not safe from his antics, afeared to wake in the witching hour and have spectral maggots thrown into our cleavages. He maggoted me. But while still breathing in and out, he needed help with his own haunted house.
Are you comfortable with having these things in the house, Freddie?
No.
Okay.
What did real and not fraudulent psychic Ian Lawman discover?
So everywhere you go, Freddie, the walls are just kind of coming out and talking to you. Do you understand?
Throw maggots over her tits!
Yeah. A lot to take on.
An unusually low energy Freddy looks like a scalded dog, clearly in a bad place, whether it's ghosts or depression and ill health. There's cameras set up around the house for the standard vigil.
He's not on me here, he's in there, but he's over there somewhere, and I can feel him want me to go in there.
Let's go in there.
Lights off, night vision on, but it's his own home, so it's just like when he gets up in the night for a piss.
Because I know when he's about instantly.
Okay. What sort of...
Yeah, he's here. Wait a minute.
We have contact.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, deep breaths, Freddie.
Hi.
That's it, mate.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Yes, Freddie Starr has become possessed.
Hello.
Who are you?
I daren't even try to unpick the psychology of what's going on here.
I want him!
Just calm down. You're not going to get him.
I want him.
You're not going to get him.
He's my friend!
You don't treat friends like that.
I'm sorry.
Thank goodness. A shell-shocked Freddy finally comes back to us.
Oh shit. What under? My God.
Freddy appears to be slipping under again.
There is no Freddy, only Zool. Though maybe this explains his comedy. He wasn't doing impressions, he was possessed. It was the real Hitler all this time, steering Freddie Starr round like a mech.
You bastard! No! You bastard! He's my friend!
He isn't a friend!
I want him! I need him!
You can have him if you treat him with respect!
They quickly settle on the only recourse for when someone wants to be your friend. An exorcism to get rid of them.
Well, I want to take it on now. I want to go now and take it on.
Yeah. That's what
I want to take the bastard on now.
What a time for diarrhea to hit.
Okay, sit straight down on the bed, Freddie, if he's coming.
Aside from anything else, Freddy makes for a fantastic demon.
You're not taking Freddie from us. What are you laughing at, friend?
Oh, you. Pathetic person.
Please, someone cut him into the Pope's exorcist.
Freddie, I want you to concentrate and listen to my voice.
Back off.
Give it more.
Before I wring your neck, you piece of shit.
We can work this out. Right, Freddie. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. What?
Identifying the main culprit as an angry man named George, it doesn't end there, as poor Freddy's got 2 more ghosts up him.
What's your name?
Billy.
Can you let the little boy talk to Freddie for me?
God, don't
Little man, would you...
It's okay, Freddie. It's okay, mate.
Your mum, when Prince Harry got married to Meghan.
No, William! Come here to me. Come here to me. Let me protect you. Come here.
He sends little Billy off to heaven, protecting him from the evil Roger.
Go on. You can do it. Go on, darling.
Go towards the light, sweetheart.
But now they've got to get that bad bugger Rog out of him. You can't go on I'm a Celebrity with a ghost inside you. It might drink all your bollock milkshake.
Snarl all you want to. Because I know Freddy's in there. I know Freddy's in there and he's fighting back. He's fighting back, Raj.
Is he?
Bet when you got up this morning you never thought you'd see Freddie Starr being exorcised.
Leave Freddie. I ask of you to stand back.
By episode's end, he's been cleansed of the evil inside.
I don't remember nothing about what happened downstairs. I don't know what happened upstairs. I can't remember at all.
And thank goodness. Imagine a Freddie Starr who acted crazy all the time.
Smoking!
Happy Halloween.
Why do you want me? Tell me why you want me, please. Tell me why you want me. Please.